Welcome to Day 3 of the Hell Camp. The keepstar drifts in silence, shrouded in a thick haze. The ash of fallen ships still hanging in the void like a graveyard mist. Hundreds of vessels hover across the stars, tense and waiting, each one ready to strike at the slightest mistake. The fleets of Pandemic Horde remain docked, their once mighty armadas reduced to shadows of what they were. The Imperium stands unchallenged, the system theirs, the battlefield silent, and the war already decided. They glorify their victory, kicking Pandemic Horde while they're down. And yet, something feels like it's stirring in the dark. But in this silence, New Eden burns elsewhere. Lowsec has become a slaughtering ground, capital ships clashing in brutal waves, tearing through hulls and setting the stars ablaze with explosions. Yet this time, they burn for something rare. Stick around as we dive into it, because this is Warlock Industries, providing cinematic battles and somewhat reliable reporting, straight from the front lines. Pandemic Horde, now fractured from their coalition, has taken refuge in Init's space, couch-surfing, hoping for safety. But the question remains, will Init hold up their end of the deal, or kick them out once the dust settles? The destruction was staggering. Over 2 trillion ESC on day 1, another trillion on day 2. But soon after, the numbers dropped. The fire faded, and it became clear Pandemic Horde had given up the fight. Hundreds of trillions in cargo and ships will now sit locked in asset safety, waiting months to be reclaimed, taxed 15%, and trapped behind camps that will turn any retrieval attempt into another bloodbath. When Pandemic Horde undocked their titans and capitals on the first day, they had one chance to make a statement. Their ships were already trapped. There was nothing left to lose. They could have unleashed hell, lighting up the Imperium's capitals and turning the grid into fire. Horde had the firepower, easily tenfold. If they'd just fielded their titans and fired their doomsday weapons, they would have been free from the blockade. But instead, they went siege red and docked back up. A single decision that cost them everything. Some of their leaders went silent, others were confused, alliances splintered. And the Imperium began its victory lap, glorifying their goodwill, gifting the drone lands to upstart alliances, claiming it as a gesture of growth. But in New Eden, goodwill always comes with an agenda. And as Gobbin's long absence became undeniable, so did the truth. He's simply tired. Tired of politics, tired of the endless donut, tired of the cycle. But leadership fatigue has consequences, and now thousands pay the price. Still, even in the wreckage, light breaks through the void. Coalitions are rejecting rent control. One alliance donated a keepstar as a free port for the drone lands, named after a beloved pilot who will be remembered among the stars. And a charity fleet turns Lowsec into a battlefield for a good cause, proving that even in chaos, New Eden still has heart. From this report, Only hours remain until the Keepstar siege begins. If Pandemic Horde wants to be remembered, this is the moment. Undock your ships, field your capitals, and launch your titans. Turn the grid into a furnace, hit their capitals with doomsdays, and make the Imperium regret every victory they've celebrated. This is your chance to reclaim a name, to rise from the ashes and carve your chapter into New Eden. When the cluster pretends and jumps on the wagon of hate, know this: deep down they want to see you stand up and to prove them wrong. When everything is lost and you go down swinging.